Alright, welcome to SOG Survival Campaign Episode 1 with commentary. We're just going to talk about this new mission I'm coding and know what's going on with a little bit of footage and everything. So starting off, these are our intel officers, and these guys are really important. Make sure you don't get them killed. They can die and their lives are persistent. So you need at least one of these dudes alive for the mission to keep going. If they all die, that will result in mission failure. So, protect them, put some sandbags around them. Good idea. These are our wall mounts, weapon rack mounts. We're going to talk about those more in a second, as well as our gear, our starting gear. First things first, you want to get some troops. Every time you recruit troops, they're going to come from further away, so they'll take longer to get here. It increases about 2 minutes at a time every time you recruit them, so just watch out with that. This intel officer lady right here, you can pause the video if you want to read some of these, but she'll let you know everything about like building to recruiting to reviving and food and water. It's just a lot of information, which I'll keep updated as I add stuff. You can also like talk to them. They have like dialogues that you can talk to them with, and there's a couple officers around the base that will give you tidbits of information. Let's go ahead and grab a rifle, and I'm commenting on this stuff all in post. So like I already played this, I'm just going to talk about it. Just so you know, I'm not playing it right now. So I usually throw it back on there and just grab some more of our stuff. I usually grab the black, like all black SOG outfit because I just like it. It looks cool. And we'll get a helmet. First aid kits, need those. We'll talk about that. The net helmet's cool. This crewman vest is kind of nice because it offers some ballistic protection. And we need the RTO book bag. There's a couple RTO book bags. You need an RTO book bag to call supports, which we'll talk about. Different supports like CAS, artillery, there's a scout chopper you can call. You need an RTO book bag for that, and those options will show up in your ACE personal interactions menu. And you'll probably be able to see those in some of the later episodes because I do call in some supports. First, we'll just kind of move this weapon rack over. I'm going to build myself like a little bunk area over here, and I've got kind of an idea for it, so just throw that over there for now. Everything that you move around is persistent, so if you turn the server off or shut your game down, it's gonna save it there, so you don't have to worry about losing that progress. Alright, we've got one of our recruit helicopters coming in already. The first couple, times you call in recruits, they're going to get here pretty quick, but as the days go on, it's going to take longer because they're going to have to come from further away. And the day and night cycle is kind of a big part of this. Alright, you'll see the yellow on the map, that's gunfire. So that helo is taking ground fire coming in. And yeah, kind of to the east, northeast. Doesn't look too heavy for now. We're just gonna kind of let them do their thing. Those helos have, door mounted M60s as well, so they can handle themselves. Throw a couple more M60s around. These things are pretty important. You can rearm them, reload them with the ammo mules. You'll see them kind of parked around. I think there's 2 of them. These guys right here, you'll notice that they're going to have pretty low tier weapons to start with. It's day 1. So we've got some double barrel shotguns, some pistols, and some, open bolt submachine guns. That's that F1 submachine gun. Not terrible weapons, but definitely not top tier yet. It's still day 1. And as those intel officers do their work, we'll be able to get unlocks. We'll unlock just better guns. Let's go ahead and just take care of some of these guys. We'll smoke a couple of these Viet Cong. That's 2 down. There's another one. This looks like kind of a smaller group. They can come in much larger groups. You'll see at the bottom left, it says enemy killed by John Weston. So you'll say your name at 182 meters with an M60D. So it'll tell you like who killed who, how far away they were, and what weapon. In this case, a vehicle. So if you're using a vehicle, it'll report that. So even if you're not near each other, if you're playing multiplayer with somebody, you'll be able to see what players are killing what. This is a multiplayer mission. You can play it by yourself. I do a lot of testing by myself. You can do it locally. Yeah, they're really lighting them up. That door gunner's giving them hell. You can do it locally. You can do it on a server. I run mine on a dedicated server, but it works about the same. If you run it by yourself, just play it like through multiplayer, through the editor or through the like scenario thing. It is set up for a dedicated server. Like that's what I build it for, but it works. It works both ways. Alright, these dudes are, when they get off the helicopter, they're going to head towards the base, and some of them will go ahead and start their regular patrols. And there's a couple different patrol routes that they can get assigned to, and the script tries to assign them kind of equally to each patrol route. I think I've got 4 patrol routes right now. It seems sufficient for the time being. I might make some more. We'll see. This dude right here was either hit coming in. That helo's kind of exfilling in a wonky way, and I don't know why some of them do that, but we're going to figure that out. This guy was either hit coming in, or maybe the helicopter bonked him or something. I'm going to go ahead and revive him. That downed state that he was in is part of the AI revive that I wrote, and they have a chance that if they get hurt or downed, they go into that revive state. The AI are really good about reviving each other. You usually don't have to worry about that too much, but it is nice if you do have to help them out sometimes. If you're in a gunfight and they can't get over to them, you can go over there and revive them as well. So that's our third group of AI coming in on that chopper. And that'll be enough guys for us to be able to chill. Enough guys to kind of walk around and patrol, so we don't have to worry about these enemy attacks as much. We still want to keep tabs on what's happening, but we really need to get some defenses set up because we're just sitting ducks out here. And the enemy comes in with all kinds of real hateful weapons and stuff. And that helo was still taking ground fire coming in. So we'll see. Got to get a couple of these defenses down. You really need to throw some sandbags around this tent, unless you're feeling really brave. Because an RPG comes in, smokes a couple of your intel officers, it's going to be bad news. Yeah, that group looks bigger. Looks a little more aggressive. Go ahead and mark them out. You have one of these mortar tubes here, and your static weapons don't respawn, so if they get destroyed, you're kind of out of luck. Let's see if we can soften them up. That's a pretty good splash. Looks like we're going to get a couple. There we go. A couple more there. At about 500 meters. It's not bad. Still probably a couple of them left over. But I'm not going to burn up all that mortar ammo just yet. Yeah, that's one of our ammo mules right there, so you can kind of refill some of your static weapons and stuff with it. I skipped past that part in the footage because I'm just putting defenses down. It's cool to build stuff with Ace, your defenses, but it's kind of tedious on the footage, so I'm gonna skip through a lot of that. It's officially day one now. It's hit 12 o'clock noon, and that means we're officially in day one, and we're getting our first care package. So that helo's gonna just fly over and drop a box for us, which is gonna have everything you need as far as like weapons, ammo, food, water, and a couple other miscellaneous items. And we're just gonna throw it on the mule for now and take it to a safer spot. The flight line over here is a little dangerous until we get some defenses put up. So we'll just take it over here. Just know that we're gonna look inside this box. All the weapons you're gonna get on day one are going to be low tier. And whatever weapons you find in that box are what your recruits are gonna have as well. So this box is gonna have some submachine guns, maybe a bolt action rifle. It's gonna be real starter gear kind of stuff. And as the days go on, we will unlock more stuff. So we'll just go ahead and pop this down, see what we got. All right. Yeah, that F1 SMG is pretty cool. The entrenching tool, definitely use that if you're familiar with Ace. And your eating and drinking, at the top right, my food and water's high, so we're good. We're going to talk more about food and water in probably one of the later episodes, but you need to eat or drink or your fatigue gets high. And when your fatigue is high, it really messes up your stamina and makes it to where it's hard to run. I guess, yeah, we'll start with this M1903. It's a pretty good starter bolt action rifle. It's actually pretty good, pretty accurate, and if you land a good body shot, it tends to put them down. And this F1, big fan of that F1 SMG with that top mounted magazine. It's very British in design. It really looks like it. And the purple smokes, we'll talk about purple smokes later, but make sure you grab some of those and some first aid kits. You have like a self revive function and it consumes first aid kits, so make sure you grab some of those. And these boxes, just remember that drop boxes are not persistent. Other boxes at base are persistent. They will save, like these ones. And there's some personal footlockers that are persistent and save your ammo. Whatever you put in them are saved forever. So even if you restart the server or the mission, your gear is safe. But those drop ones, you need to sort through them, get what you want out of them because they are not forever. Looks like we're going to catch our first kind of big attack here. And, we'll kind of cliffhanger it here. You'll see what happens in the next episode. We'll see you there.